Hello everyone, I'm Randy with No Life Mow Life Lawn Maintenance, and today I'm going to sharpen some blades for my Toro time cutter and my Skag 32-inch V-Ride, and I will do them on the RBG712 and the organ balancer. Stay tuned. This here is the RBG712 blade sharpener. It sharpens your blades right at 30 degrees here. Clean the backside off. Here's some blades I'm going to sharpen today. They're already cleaned up. I clean them up. I usually soak them in water to get all the green, all the debris off here on the back side. There's usually grass buildup on there, and I use one of these scrub buds after I soak them in some water. This one needs to be cleaned out, but I usually just soak them in here and a day or so, and then if you leave them under the water, they won't rust, and then I clean them with this scrub bud here so that they will be good enough to sharpen and balance. Alright, I'm back. This is my RBG712. I'm going to turn it on. It's going to get a little noisy. I got my safety protection on, and I'm going to sharpen one of these blades for my Skag 32-inch V-Ride. Couple more passes.
Yeah, I can see good.
A couple passes that was clean. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm going to deburr it. You can use several things, this buffing wheel here or just the regular file. I'm just going to take the burrs off from the wheel. Get all those filings off of there. Of course, this blade was already cleaned. And I'll put it up here. If it goes down on one side, I need to recut it on that side. Also, this blade, this to check the blades are bent here. You put it against the blade right here, and then you turn it 180, and it should be about the same. If not, your blade is bent and needs to be replaced. So here we go with the balancing. That's actually pretty good, but I can take one more cut off this side. That's actually just as good as a new blade. You'll find new blades are not any better than that. One more off here. Check it, and I'll deburr it, and I'll protect it. Look at that. Perfectly balanced. And 14,000 feet per second, so they gotta be really...
Say that again?
Excuse me?
Say what you said again?
The blades run at 17,000 feet per second on that Skag mower. See the cut there? Can you see it good?
I'm trying to zoom in.
Well, you don't have to zoom in, just there you go. Yeah, clean, nice,
blurry.
shiny cut. Put it on the balancer one more time. There you go. Cleaned, balanced, and straight. I was ready to go back into service. This blade's actually been sharpened probably about 3 or 4 times already. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you like it, like and subscribe to this video. I'll try to do more videos in the comment section. Put some other things you want to see, and I'd be glad to do my best to make videos on that also. Alright, I have another blade here from my Toro time cutter. It's a 17.5-inch blade with a super high lift. You can see the tail here, how much it goes up. These blades really do a good job. They a little harder to sharpen though, because you'll see the curve of that blade. It's really hard to lay that thing flat against this 30-degree bar, but you can do it. You just have to watch it really close as it comes around the curve. You have to turn your curve to keep that 30 degrees real good. But these blades are made by Copperhead. Oregon also makes one like this, but it doesn't have the lift like this. So I kept these because they really pick the grass up. They mulch the leaves real well. They do lose some paint, and so I have to keep them balanced real good. But before I clean them, like I said before, I soak them in water in an old cooler, and then I take a scrub bud and clean all the debris off the backside here. real good. And it's so humid out here, my glasses are fogging up again. And the humidity is about 100%. Okay, if you could see real good here, I want to sharpen this blade, Rebecca. Stand back here. Well, can you see it good? I'm
Yes.
going to take the back side off here first, that the burrs.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn it around and do this short little area here. I run these blades probably for about, I don't know, about 40 lawns. If I hit something, I kind of like to just change them out. Anyway, here I go. Turn on the RBG712. Gets a good 30 degrees. Okay, let's see where the balance is. Again, put this on the organ balancer. A little heavy on the right side there. So we'll run it again. Think that's acceptable?
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's straight. Yep.
Now, what did you do with the little metal piece?
The burrs?
No, that.
That is to check the blade to be
You get in the way.
If you put it right here against the blade,
Uh-huh.
and then you spin it 180, and it should be at the same place. I mean, sometimes there'll be a little bit different, but you want it, if it's bent, you'll see it hits here and it won't hit over here. You know the blade's bent. I'm going to deburr it, double check it. Pretty good. Usually when they're off, they'll fall like that. Yeah, a little paint there peeled off. Yeah, that's acceptable. That's ready to be put into service. This table here was an old woodworking table, and I converted it. Took all the saws off and everything. We converted it into a saw blade. A lawnmower blade sharpening and chainsaw sharpener. I got all my blades underneath. Can you see them there? All from my Toro time cutters and the time masters and the Skag bead ride. Got plenty of blades. They're ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna sharpen the rest of these here, get them balanced, and then get cleaned up for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see any more content, feel free to leave comments and like and subscribe. This here my evacuator I use to pull oil out of the lawnmower engine, and then I fill it back up. And oil changes, even if I change the oil filter, either way I'll use this to suck the oil out of the engine. I usually don't go at the drain plug. And then of course I use Mobil 1 15W50. And now you see I got it in the jug because I'm emptying the evacuator now with the old used oil. I have to pump it up every so often to push that oil into the jug so I can take that to a parts house and have them dispose of it properly. Today when I was mowing, I hit some of these wires here, and someone left in their lawn. It was a spring or something. Anyway, it got underneath my mulching kit on my and was just making all kinds of racket underneath. So I don't think the blades are too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and raise them up on my jack here and change them out, ones I just sharpened. Anyway, this is never a good thing. Throw that in the trash where it belongs. I got the mower on the jack. I got the key on, so the brake is released, so it goes up, it doesn't drag it off the jack. And I'll just go ahead and pump it up till the second lock. The rear hitch will be on the wood back there. As high as I can go. That's one. That's two. Alright, that's as high as it'll go. There's plenty of room to get underneath. You can see the back's as high as it can go there. I can then turn the key off now. So the brake, so here the electric locks go. There we go. Now I can safely lay underneath and put on the 3 blades that I just sharpened. These 3 copperheads, high lift blades. That's what's on it now. I got a bunch of those when they were on sale from Amazon. I think they have them in stock. They have a good price on them. I'm going to get my impact here now. Oh, and we got a mess going on here. I need to shut that down. Pull back a little bit. What you get when you're not watching it. Put some dry sweep on there, clean it up good. Alright, I got my 16mm socket here, impact. I'm going to put a little oil on these blades here. Neck's pretty clean underneath. All 3 of these blades up. Alright, that's 2. This third one on here. Okay, these 3 blades here, you'll see there's a lot of, it's hard to see there with the light, but there's a lot of grass buildup on here on the back fin, the high lift area. So I'm going to go soak them in that cooler, like we talked about, and move this over here. Yeah, I'll put them in here. Make them where they're submerged all the way flat, and they won't rust then. See, and then I'll come back later and hit them with this scrub bud here. Clean all the debris off them. Alright, I'm going to turn the ignition back on here. Well, I grease my cap, I grease everything usually when I do this too. And I don't know where my seafoam went. I like to lubricate these wheels every time. They don't This is a homeowner version, so it doesn't have the quality of cast anti-scalping wheels. I changed oil on this mower today before I went out. Lube get in there. All right. Okay, turn the key on, unlock the electric brake, unlock these locks, and let her down. Of course, I don't want to let it on my air hose here. All the way down, I'm going back it in the trailer. Everything's ready to go. I haven't been using that scag much to worry about sharpening the blades, but I will on the next video. I'll maybe do that. Put this sharpener up. This jack is fully adjustable, so when I do my scag blade, of course I gotta move it in to the narrowest setting at 32 inches. Very narrow mower. It's a little harder to lift, but it'll do it. Put my hose up, cords up.